I asked you on my Instagram page, what is the most emotional video game in your opinion? And this is what you said. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Noah, or Nglos Content, and this week we're starting a new series on this channel. We're going to be replying to your comments, whether that's on my Insta page, YouTube, TikTok, or all of them combined, about a certain question I ask in a specific fandom, and you will answer it, and we're going to talk about it. Not too long ago, I made a reel on my Insta page talking about the most emotional video games that impacted you the most. And again, most emotional doesn't mean the best video game of all time, but in terms of our favorites, emotions tie heavily to our favorite games. And personally, for me, some of my favorite games of all time have been the ones that made me the most emotional. So I've gathered your comments from that video. If you want to check it out, I'm going to link my page down below. And again, comment on this video as well. We're going to keep this series going of answering your comments, using them in each video per week. I gathered a bunch of comments. We're going to go through them. And again, this could be a very spoiler heavy video if you don't want to kind of see other games that are more emotional than others, that might talk about certain characters. I'm going to try to keep this as broad as possible without spoiling any narrative parts in each game, and more so just talking about how it made you feel and how it might make me feel if I have played it or I have not yet. Let's start reading your comments on what video game made you the most emotional. Hold B1 says, The Walking Dead, Telltale specifically, FF7 Crisis Core, Last of Us Part 1 and 2, Persona 3. We got a good couple selections on here. I argue Season 1, The Telltale Walking Dead, is heartbreaking. It's emotional. I highly recommend you guys to play it. Crisis Core, I haven't gotten my hands on just yet. I'm playing the FF7 remake right now, Rebirth specifically. Last of Us Part 1 and 2, if you know, you know. I think Last of Us has one of the heavier narratives if you are playing those games. And again, those stories, especially Last of Us Part 1, kind of transcend time in terms of video game storytelling. Persona 3 Reload got me through a really hard time in my life playing that game. I was so heavy emotionally, kind of crazy. I was able to complete it. Ironically, it helped me. It kind of impacted me. It healed me in a way of finding a love for video games again, specifically JRPGs, turn-based games, and falling in love with the Persona games. I will play Crisis Core though. There is a lot of comments on Crisis Core. I know it is very emotional. It's very deep. It's definitely one of the more favorited games in terms of Final Fantasy. I will play that, definitely. Rosa Winter said, Final Fantasy Crisis Core hurt me to my core that I replayed it twice to try and get a different ending. Okay, now I can feel the impact it has made you just like reading this. We won't go too deep, obviously, in spoilers, but Crisis Core, I think, really impacts a lot of fans, especially with the certain characters, the protagonists that you play as, especially with how it builds into Final Fantasy VII as a whole. Billy Rabo 14 says, Red Dead 2, I have never cried at a game before. Such a sad but beautiful game. That was my choice as well. I chose Red Dead 2 specifically because I appreciate longevities of games, playing a game that could lead you to a 80 to 100 hour playthrough and the payoff at the end. I think RDR2's payoff at the end, it is worth it. Not in the happiest way, but it fulfills you in a way of character work, character arc, the storytelling. It's tragic, it is sad, but it also makes you feel like you've played one of the better games, and it makes you feel for the character, and it makes you miss characters in that game. Lloyd is the GOAT says, Xenoblade 3, the ending gets me every time. A lot of people were commenting Xenoblade. I haven't played the Xenoblade Chronicles yet. That's another franchise I have yet to play. I've heard a lot of feedback on like where to start. People, have preferences on which Xenoblade is the best. Again, let me know down below. I definitely want to play those games in the future. The MLG Bagger says, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is what I'm currently playing right now. I just hit about 50 hours on it. I'm literally halfway through. We got through the Corel prison arc, the Barrett character arc. Again, if you know, you know, I'm not spoiling it. It was very emotional. It was heavy storytelling. I know in the OG Final Fantasy VII, they do it a little bit differently, but that's why I'm glad I am playing the OG on my Switch, so I can see these similarities and differences with those. But I feel like this will be one of my favorite games once I finish it. We got Luke Russell using numbers as his username, and he comments just the starting screen of Pokemon Diamond. You know what? Respect, as you should. This was my first Pokemon game that I ever played, so if I could find my DS again within my boxes of many times that we moved throughout my life, a tear does come down. I feel like I'm about to cry right now because this truly is nostalgia for me. Pokemon, the Sinnoh region, so Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, they're my favorite games of all time. Seeing the starting screen of playing Pokemon Diamond, it's very peak, and it is emotional. It has some of my favorite characters in all of Pokemon in there. Cynthia, the goat as well. Good Pokemon, good choice. Where TF is Alaska says, Cyberpunk. No other game can make me cry every playthrough. Every single playthrough. You know you have a good emotional game that is attached to you when it has replayability, but also you want to replay it to kind of maybe feel more emotions, different emotions. Cyberpunk is a game I have about 20 hours in. I was playing that a couple months ago. I definitely want to get back into it. It is definitely a fan favorite game. It didn't have a good launch, of course, when the game was initially released, but obviously right now it is definitely a game that people are addicted to. The open world, the character of V, the progression, it's remarkable. And CD Projekt Red is one of my favorite studios. I mean, you're gonna see soon The Witcher 3. That's one of my favorite games of all time. So I gotta get back into Cyberpunk. RV Baggant Washington comments, the God of War Ragnarok cover page. Nothing else needs to be said. We got Kratos, we got Atreus. I always thought the first God of War 2018 was actually more emotional for me. I like gameplay wise, I prefer Ragnarok. I am excited for this trilogy. You know, what is the third game? Is Atreus gonna be like the main protagonist? It seems like Kratos is gonna kind of take a step back from that, but I know they are remaking the OG God of War games where Kratos will be that title character. Ragnarok holds a special place in people's hearts, so I respect you for putting this. I do love these games. I do prefer the first one, the 2018 one though. Sean17457 comments, Geralt. Just Geralt from The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. Again, as I said, this is one of my favorite games of all time. I argue it has one of the best world buildings of all time. And because it's one of my favorite games, it makes you emotional. You're attached to Geralt, you're attached to Ciri. Again, the characters that you build your relationships across. Geralt's one of my favorite protagonists of all time, right next to Arthur Morgan from RDR2. It's peak storytelling tied with emotional grabs in an over 100-hour game that you can really sink your teeth into, hundreds and hundreds of content. Respect for putting Geralt in this. Shadow_Kian comments, the scene from Pokemon Black and White, I believe, where you meet Cynthia, I believe this is post-game, and you get to fight her. This has taken me back because obviously we just talked about Pokemon Diamond, and Cynthia, I believe she was like added because of fan requests. You know, she's argued as like one of the best champions, one of the best characters in all of Pokemon games. Pokemon Black and White is my second favorite Pokemon game. So seeing Cynthia in this, being able to battle her, kind of seeing the connections. She's saying it's surprising to meet another trainer who has intense eyes like that. It takes you back, even as a kid, even though this was a couple years later after Pokemon Diamond and Platinum. It's awesome. And seeing Cynthia in another game, it makes you emotional. It also makes you scared because of her Spiritomb and her Garchomp and basically her entire team. So yeah, I do cry not happy tears when we're facing Cynthia. Debo Boy 1793 comments, Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts is a franchise I have yet to get into. I know it has pulls the emotional heartstrings of a lot of people. I tried it a little bit during the pandemic. I just couldn't get into it as much. Kingdom Hearts has a lot of emotion and heart to it, literally in the title. I think the centerpiece of Kingdom Hearts is just the passion of the characters, of the Sora who you play as. I know there's other characters as well, but again, in comment if I should play that franchise, again, what Kingdom Hearts I should start with. Jonathan 618798 just comments, Clementine from the Walking Dead Telltale game series, and it says absolute cinema. If you know, you know. Again, I argue season 1 of the Walking Dead Telltale is one of the saddest gaming experiences you can take on. and playing as Clementine in kind of the rest of the Telltale games is really moving to me. I haven't finished the rest of these seasons. I've watched a lot of playthroughs on YouTube. Clementine has one of the best character arcs, and it is quite tragic what she does go through. So again, points for commenting Clementine. Kenshiro comments, Sam with the baby. If you played Death Stranding 1 or 2, I have high respect for you because it's not a game a lot of people can get into. I really got into it because of the unique storytelling, the soundtrack and music that literally drew me in. Every time I play this game and I hear the soundtrack, I can't help but think of my trip to Oregon and when I traveled literally across the country. So this game has a special place in my heart. It makes me emotional, especially music-wise, hearing the lyrics, hearing the words, playing as Sam and traversing across these unique and just honest worlds. Even if people call it a walking simulator, it has so much more heart to that, and Kojima really puts a lot of passion into these games. I still have to play Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I will play that probably after my Final Fantasy run. I love Death Stranding, so thank you for commenting that. Italian2799 comments, picture of Joel with Ellie. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna go too deep in this, but this is taken from The Last of Us Part 1. It makes you emotional because it makes you think of what Joel and Ellie's relationship is, the commentary between them throughout the entire game, what is right and what is wrong when you're playing the game. What do you believe is right? What do you believe is wrong? Especially with how part 2 is so divisive among the fandom. A lot of people love the game, a lot of people hate the game. I think that's what makes Last of Us great, is it's so divisive where it creates commentary, it creates discussion on basically what is morally right and wrong with each of these characters. Mr. Bruh 421 comments, Shinjiro or Shinji from Persona 3 Reload. Do I need to say more? This is one of the moments in Persona 3 for me that stuck with me, especially when my friends were getting me into the game. And as I said, this game literally got me through like mental paths in my life. Ironically, going through the most tragic parts of the game helps you get through because you have a whole ensemble cast of characters that are basically there for you. This is definitely one of my more favorite characters. He's such a goated character. He was insanely strong, and I wish we got to play more of him. Screenshot photography comments, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. This was a special game for me. Again, a lot of people didn't like this, I think just because of the certain gameplay style. Not everyone loves turn-based games, but the unique storytelling of this, the For Those Who Come After theme and what that means to the game, it's something special. Playing this last year was such a unique experience, especially when you're not spoiled on everything. Playing this completely raw and filled with emotion. This is another one of those games that did make me tear up. It made me cry a bunch. It's hard to think of this game a lot because it is so tragic that you kind of need like time away from the game to think about the storytelling, think about the characters, think about the impact it made on you. Mazamed Gaming comments, Resident Evil Village. Resident Evil is a franchise I want to get into. Horror games were ones that I always found difficulty playing because I was never a horror fan. But with the recent releases of Requiem and Code Veronica, the remake coming out, I'm trying to play through Resident Evil 2 right now, and I want to play Village. And another Resident Evil was also mentioned on this as well. These are some of the best storytelling Capcom gets, especially. Respect for commenting this. I definitely want to get into it. FazFan87 commented, RE8 made me cry, bro. That's what a lot of people are saying. RE8 specifically, I think, has a lot of emotional beats. It has a lot of deep ties, especially as you're progressing towards that end of the game. My friends from college are huge Resident Evil fans, so they completely get this anytime Resident Evil is mentioned. So I will play RE8 eventually. Domp2006 comments, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I was playing Jedi Fallen Order a bit during the pandemic. I fell off of it. I'm not sure why, but Jedi Survivor, a lot of people have as definitely one of their favorite games. especially with the gameplay mechanics. It's probably one of the best like Star Wars games of all time that you could play today. And the storytelling, I mean, Cal Kestis, people love him as a protagonist. People want him in the live action of anything Star Wars related. I definitely want to get back into Survivor once I finish Fallen Order. @Man the Gamer just comments an image of the PlayStation. Looks like just a TV of the Final Fantasy VII title page. This is peak. I mean, this is OG FF7. As I said, I'm playing this on my Switch right now. So it hits. There's emotional beats that, again, the pacing is a little bit different than the remake and rebirth, obviously, because FF7 is split into 3 parts. And with Revelation coming out next year, you know, they're really taking their time on fleshing out the storytelling of this game. So OG FF7 holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts. MPamp08 comments, FF16, this is the newer Final Fantasy, and this is Clive, I believe. This was voiced by Ben Starr, who is the same voice actor who voiced Verso in Expedition 33, if you did not know. This is another FF game I have yet to get into. This was a divisive game, so I've heard, because the gameplay changes. Again, it doesn't follow maybe traditional Final Fantasy mechanics, especially Final Fantasy VII. I still want to play it and looking forward to trying it. Brandon Brum comments, the Elden Ring logo. He's the only person that commented Elden Ring, so respect to you. I feel like a lot of people can argue Elden Ring and just those games in general have a lot of emotion to them. People regard Elden Ring as their favorite game of all time. I'm still playing my first playthrough of Elden Ring. I suck at these kinds of games, so I really have to take my time in playing them. But Elden Ring holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts, so I appreciate you for saying this. Slapshot Ortiz says, I will say The Walking Dead Season 1 game. Oh, we already know. It's so impactful. I mean, when I didn't play Season 1 of The Walking Dead Telltale. I would watch like literal like YouTubers growing up playing it. So like, again, growing up, going to school, whether you're watching that video before or after, it got you through. I mean, watching those big YouTubers play these emotional games, let alone like The Walking Dead when it was very viral during that time, it was emotional. Aztec Film comments quite a couple. Dragon Quest VIII, Final Fantasy VI, BioShock, Silent Hill 2, Mass Effect 3, Metal Gear Solid 3, Kingdom Hearts, and Gears of War 2. All of these games I haven't played fully yet. Silent Hill 2 is the only one I have like my first playthrough on. Again, I'm trying to get into these horror games, the horror storytelling. Silent Hill 2, people genuinely have sobbed over. My friends at college, again, have that as like one of their favorite games of all time, especially like remake wise. The other games I have yet to play, again, comment, your feelings about these. I definitely want to get into them and kind of where do I start? Let me know. Captain Jarrett comments, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of the Sky. That game broke me. I never got into Mystery Dungeon. I never was a fan of it as a kid. I think it was just the way the gameplay and like art direction was, not it being a traditional, Pokemon game, Diamond, Platinum, Black and White, your traditionals. I want to get into this. I know Switch has some of these older ones on their store. That game broke you? Like, has anyone else played Explorers of the Sky? Let me know down below. KB Gilbert 91 just comments, Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 is filled with such raw and authentic emotion, wanting something, someone, the love. How far do you go with someone that you love, for someone that you love? It's really impactful for sure. Ethan Mab1 comments, this is good. And that's a quote. I believe this is Metal Gear Solid. I'm not too sure which one it is. Again, let me know down below. I need to play that franchise. People love Metal Gear Solid. It is a beloved franchise. So let me know down below where I should start with that, because Snake is one of the best characters to some people. Monty1999 comments, Red Dead Redemption 1 with a smiley face. I mean, what could go wrong in Red Dead Redemption, right? I do have a first playthrough of Red Dead 1 I need to get through. I am playing that on my PS5. I was playing it a couple months ago. I'm not too far into it. Can be just as sad and tragic as RDR2, so I can't wait. Mr. Gabe FL comments, Final Fantasy X or Final Fantasy X. This is the Final Fantasy that I definitely want to play after I play like through Final Fantasy VII. I have seen FF10 come up so many times in like my feed, my reels, and I'm trying not to spoil myself because it seems like the storytelling and ensemble cast of this, it means a lot to people, especially when they grew up with this game. So I am looking forward to playing this. Arth Zero Riaz comments, Detroit Become Human. This is the only Detroit Become Human comment. So again, respect for commenting this. This is a game, another PlayStation exclusive game I have yet to get through. I never played it fully. I have played kind of like the first hour of it. I want to get back into it for sure. This can be one of the more tragic games, especially because it's a choice-based game, kind of like how the Telltale Walking Dead games are. So yeah, I want to get back into that. RoyCap990 comments, definitely the end of Persona 4 Golden. This is interesting because P4 Revival is coming out next year. I have about 50 hours on Persona 4 Golden. I'm around like the Naoto dungeon at the time of recording this. I want to get back into it, try to finish it before Revival comes out. It seems like the ending of every Persona game makes you cry, makes you feel so much emotion, because I argue Atlas and those Persona games have the best ensemble casts. Luigi Biscotti comments, Joel and Ellie, once again. I mean, this is Last of Us Part 1. Joel and Ellie's relationship can be argued as, you know, one of the more complex emotional relationships in all of gaming. I mean, just seeing them together kind of brings a tear to your eye because of what they do, not only to character work in The Last of Us, but also just gaming as a whole. They impact everyone. One Kevin SKW comments, Yakuza 0, that ending, with a tear emoji. My friend has played the Yakuza games. I have yet to. I know they're a very unique type of gameplay. I didn't know Yakuza 0 can maybe shed a tear, but I want to get into it now. Mies Jev DB comments, Kingdom Hearts. Again, since I haven't played the franchise, I don't know which specific one this is. Kingdom Hearts, again, has a lot of heart. It has passion, especially with the incorporation of Disney characters. I mean, people love that so much. I want to get into it. Again, let me know where I should start with that. D4CFYU comments, AC3. This is Assassin's Creed 3. I mean, this is Connor Kenway putting on his robes. And AC3 is a very divisive game. I just finished the story like within the last year finally. I mean, it's not the best, you know, maybe gameplay wise, progression wise. People, you know, hate the beginning and end of the game, especially the modern storytelling. I think the intention was there. Connor himself is a really strong and deep, complex character. I wish they did more with it though. Benane Enzo comments, Metro Exodus. I have yet to play this game, so again, let me know down below where I should start with this. Metro Exodus. I saw a couple comments on this. It's a pretty emotional piece, so let me know. Danny Creeper 31 comments, Mass Effect, another game I have yet to play. Let me know where to start, where I can kind of get maybe the cheapest copies of these. I definitely would play these. Viltrum Hater 2077 comments, tied between Ghost of Tsushima and Cyberpunk 2077. Ghost of Tsushima finally mentioned. Ghost franchise is so remarkable in my opinion. I mean, the stealth, the combat, the storytelling of Jin Sakai in that first one, it impacted me. I mean, it's one of my favorite games of recent memory. And the story of Jin Sakai, it's so tragic, yet it's so raw, and you can kind of relate to it in a way of what you're doing in life. Is this for honor? Is this for not? And the choices you make through that. Dirtnap Jr. comments, partner. Need I say more? Rally Cap 37 comments, Pragmata from Capcom. This was a game that released early in 2026, I believe in April. There's some big emotional beats to it. I don't know if it's very emotional or sad or tragic. Again, I haven't been spoiled for that piece of information, but I know it's a good Capcom game I definitely want to play very soon. Elmer Milu comments, Life is Strange 2. Another game set, Life is Strange 1 and 2, I have yet to play. people enjoy these games. They seem very sad. I don't know when the right time to play them is, so let me know. The Tanky Tech comments, Metaphor finally mentioned. This was my personal game of the year in 2024. Again, I didn't play Rebirth when it came out because I didn't get into Final Fantasy at that time. So Metaphor stuck so well with me. Again, another Atlus game, another Atlus banger, a completely unique story. This is not a Persona game. It may feel like it. Sometimes it actually I argue it feels better than Persona gameplay. The way they do this, the archetype system in the game, it's peak. It's awesome, and the themes and motifs, the symbols throughout the story, it really sticks with you. And this was another 100-hour game for me. Zanebot 5000 comments, Taka from Ghost of Tsushima. That's all I need to say. If you know, you know. Nurses Shigarian comments, Celeste made me cry and think about the life, or think about life. I've heard Celeste. I've seen a lot of like game reviewers talk about this. I don't know too much about the game and the storytelling with that. It does seem quite sad. So again, let me know if I should play it. Jackie Enpai comments, Shadow of the Colossus. OMG, it tore me up as a teen. This is a game I have on my PlayStation. I have yet to play. I've seen so many people praise like how underrated it was to them when they played it. I didn't know it was that emotional. I feel like I need to play it now. Angelo OP comments quite a couple. Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Kingdom Hearts 2, 3, Final Fantasy 15, RDR2, Xenoblade Chronicles, and Wind Waker. I mean, that's a lot right there. I've played Breath of the Wild. Again, no Kingdom Hearts, RDR2 of course. Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time, I haven't played fully yet. I was playing a little bit of Wind Waker on my Switch a couple months ago. Again, Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, they hold a special place in a lot of people's hearts. Breath of the Wild, I argue, is probably one of the best like Legend of Zelda games like ever, especially like on the Switch. When that released, like, it's beautiful. Breath of the Wild was ahead of its time when that released. Asbjorn Stromstead comments, RE8, Ethan the GOAT with the hand emoji. People commented RE8. Again, Ethan Winters argue one of the better, Resident Evil protagonists, especially in RE8. So I am curious to try this game out again, to face my fears of horror gameplay and Resident Evil as a whole. Seer comments, the Persona 3 Reload protagonist screen, the animation done and dusted. The protagonist, that's his name in the story, you play as him. It's quite the emotional arc, I would say, Persona 3 Reload goes through, as I've mentioned earlier in this video. This game, right along with RDR2, it has made me cry. It has made me think about life choices and basically how to be a better person. And I think when you are playing games such as that, when you want to actually change your ways and want to be better and want to change, you're playing one of the best games. Grund Moon comments, an OG FF7 image of Aerith. Or Aeris, or Aerith. I know the name has kind of been interchanged in the OG game. I'm playing it right now. Again, no spoilers, but I love Aerith. That's all I'm gonna say. Lev1G comments, Persona 5. This is Joker, the protagonist. Persona 5, I played right after Persona 3. Persona 3 is still my favorite. I argue Persona 5 is peak as well. And last but not least, Savage Ali, 2910 comments, Brock. Comedic relief is something I always try to look for in games, especially when the storytelling is tearing you apart, especially when it makes you cry, it makes you laugh. You need these characters such as Brock to get you through the tough times. So W's in the chat for Brock. Those are all the comments I got. If you enjoyed this week's video, I know I did. If it made you emotional as well and want to play these games again, let me know down below. If I didn't see your comment on this video, comment down below. What is the most emotional video game in your opinion? Subscribe here at Englows Content. We upload pretty much shorts and reels every other day and long form content every week. I hope some of these games are your favorite. They are definitely mine. And now with seeing some of the games I've yet to play, I think it's time for me to get started on those games. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.